Hey guys, DTO6 Toys here, back with another review. This time I'll be reviewing Dasin Model Himura Kenshin, or I guess you could say Battousai. Let's get right into it. So for aesthetics, he looks exactly like the first figure that Dasin Model did, which is this one on the right over here. I believe Dasin Model also did release a version of Kenshin with this head sculpt, but with a blue kimono instead. Though a lot of people didn't really like that version because the hairstyle was exactly the same. Cue in this version, which is what Dasin Model should have released in the first place. Anyway, he does look great. The head sculpt is really well done. I especially like the way the ponytail is sculpted, as it makes it look more expressive. The cloth on the figure works really well with the overall look of the figure as well. He still looks taller than he should be, which isn't surprising as I think Dasin Model just used the same body mold from the first release, but they should have been a little shorter. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Moving on to accessories, starting with facial expressions, he comes with his neutral face, a slight smile face, which isn't captured really well to be honest, a sideways looking face, a sideways looking teeth gritting face, a shouting face, which looks off as well because the eyes are a little too far out, and a darkened face for when Kenshin is dead serious. And if anyone's wondering, you definitely can put on the heads from the first Kenshin figure. For hands, he comes with a pair of fists, a pair of relaxed hands, another pair of relaxed hands with the index fingers extended, a pair of expressive hands, a pair of sword holding hands, and another pair of sword holding hands with the thumbs extended. He comes with two swords in the package, with one acting as a spare and one scabbard, which is sculpted really well. It also comes with a shorter sword which goes into the scabbard just like so. It's really simple to put the scabbard on either side of his pants, as you can see. Something I noticed while recording this review is that the scabbard is a darker shade from the first release, so that makes it easier to distinguish between the two. Last but not least, he also comes with a base and two stands. The base looks a lot nicer than from the first release, so that's really nice. So for articulation, he can look up pretty far, he look down pretty far as well. His ponytail is articulated, so that's really good, as you can see. He can do some head tilts as well, which I forgot to show here. But his arm is on a ball socket, so he does have some movement. He can move past 90 degrees, and thanks to the ball socket, he can move front and back just a little bit. He can bend his arm a little past 90 degrees, pretty good. Rotation at the wrist. And he can also move up and down. It's just a little bit hard to do this because I couldn't see the seam line, so... Anyway, his body can rotate a pretty fair amount. It's not much, but it's okay. His lean back is unfortunately pretty bad, just same as his lean forward. Some side to side. Pretty alright. Now for his leg articulation, he can kick just past 90, side kick slightly less than 90, but he can do the splits, which is pretty good. And he can also do some kickback. As for his knee bend, he can bend pretty far, past 90, thanks to that double jointed knees. His foot articulation, as you can see, you can reveal the ball joint. He can move up and down pretty far, really good range. No toe hinge and no ankle rocker, but you can make it look like it has an ankle rocker by rotating the ball joint to the side. So you can pull it off, it's fine. Overall, this figure is easily the best representation of Kenshin as Battousai so far. He's also the only articulated figure of Kenshin, aside from the first version, so there aren't many choices anyway. His range of movement is pretty decent, and should be good enough to put him in most poses. It's a shame that he's a little taller than he should be, but that's not too big of a deal. Well, to me, at least. So, that's it for this review, and I'll see you all in the next one.